Alrighty, everybody, thank you so much for joining me for another yoga class. Today will be aimed at opening up the shoulders, opening through the shoulder girdle, so the neck, the front of the shoulders, the chest and upper back. And as we settle into this practice, letting your breath be your guide, inhaling deeply, drawing in revitalizing energy, and exhaling fully, releasing any tension or stress that no longer serves you. Staying on the center of our mat, I am up on a block currently. Feel free to join me, or if you do not need the block, keeping that to the side. No props are required today, but you can always incorporate them if you'd like. And with each mindful movement, cultivating a sense of gratitude for the strength and flexibility of your body, allowing yourself to surrender to the present moment. And we'll begin in our easy pose Sukhasana, breathing in, arms extending up, exhaling, hands to heart center. Continuing this flow a few times. Inhaling, arms up, gaze up, exhaling, hands to heart center. Continuing that flow, inhaling up, exhaling down. Before getting started with some seated cat-cow pose. Exhaling, rounding the back, hands towards the knees. Inhaling, extending and opening through the clavicles, through the chest, through the collarbones, gaze up. Exhaling, rounding the back, head looking towards the navel. Continuing this flow, inhaling as your hands come towards your hips, looking up, gaze up. Exhaling, reverse, hands towards the knees, arching the upper back, looking down. Continuing this flow a few more times. Dropping into this present moment, into this practice. Inhaling peace, exhaling tension. And one more round for us. Clasping hands behind your back, inhaling, looking up, opening and broadening through the heart and collarbones. Slight bend in your elbows, trying to move your palms together. Otherwise, coming forward into our easy pose forward fold with bent arms crossed. You will have your right arm under your left. Hands pointing at opposite directions. Sinking into the stretch, a nice little variation on your forward fold. Getting into that upper back and shoulders a little bit. And on your next breath in, coming up, go ahead and switch the cross of your legs so the other leg is in front. Or if you want to come down, dropping your legs down. Dropping shins to the mat. Taking a moment here before repeating our easy pose bound hands. Taking your hands behind you, clasping hands, palms together, arching through the back, opening through the collarbones, opening the heart towards the world, looking up a little bit on your inhale. And as you exhale, coming forward, opposite arms, so your left arm will be underneath, your right arm will be forward, crawling your hands out towards the sides. As you sink your forehead towards the mat. keeping sits bones grounded towards the mat. One more cycle of breath here. Before coming up for easy pose eagle arms, sitting and staying cross-legged. Your right arm will cross under your left, binding once or twice. Once you have your bind, then drop your shoulders, then lift the elbows, and then move hands away from face. An amazing stretch for the upper back and shoulders. Breathing, arms extending back out and crossing arms opposite way. Left arm underneath right, binding once or twice. Again, dropping shoulders, then lifting elbows, and then extending hands away from head. Just another cycle of breath here. Slow, steady breaths. We'll be moving into our sitting deltoid stretch, Sukhasana deltoid stretch. As you inhale, arms coming out wide, opening up to the sky, exhaling a little cat pose. Inhaling, arms coming back, opening through the chest, exhaling, palms together, looking down. Inhaling, opening up through the chest, and again, hands to heart center. Moving into our sitting and deltoid stretch. Take your right arm, cross it over the midline of your body, catching it in the crook of your left elbow, left palm coming up by your face. Right fingers pointing away to your left side, stretching that right deltoid. Breathing into your upper back and shoulder. Take your left arm, cross it over the midline of your body, right hand coming up towards your face, left hand out towards the side. Feeling that left deltoid, left shoulder stretching, feeling that through your upper back. Breathing here. Honoring your body, mind, and spirit with mindful movements. Every inhale is an opportunity to fill yourself with positivity. Every exhale is a chance to release what no longer serves you. Unbinding your arms, crawling your right fingers out towards the side, maintaining energy through all 5 fingers into the ground as you reach your left ear towards left shoulder. Maybe left arm comes on top of the head to help stretch it out. Feeling an amazing stretch in the right side of your neck. Maybe bowing your head forward and backwards a little bit. Whatever movements feel good for you. And dropping your hands, crawling your left fingers away from you, energetic through all 5 fingertips, right ear coming towards right shoulder, right hand coming up and over to grab towards your left ear, helping drop your right shoulder in the direction, right ear in the direction of your right shoulder, feeling that all through the side of your left neck, breathing into that space. And one more cycle of breath here before dropping your hands. Be moving for some seated shoulder rolls. Bringing your shoulders back and up on the inhale, exhaling forward and down. Inhaling reverse, forward and up, exhaling back and down. Continuing to alternate these seated shoulder rolls. Inhaling one direction, exhaling to complete as you inhale the opposite. Continuing to flow with your breath, as slow or as fast as your breathing may be. Nice, steady, rhythmic breaths. And we'll do 2 more rounds each side, forwards and backwards, before coming to our seated neck rolls, Griva Sanchalana. Dropping your head down towards the right, breathing in, opening it up towards the left as you switch sides. Dropping your head down to the left, coming up to the right on the inhale. Slow, steady breaths, steady movements. Not rushing, just finding whatever feels good for you at this particular moment. Enjoying this flow. Finishing up one more round each side. Next, we'll be working on our shoulder socket rotation, Skanda Chakra. You'll bring your fingertips to your shoulders, inhaling arms back and up, bringing them forward on the exhale to touch elbows, inhaling in reverse, bringing your arms up and back, exhaling down and forward to meet your elbows. Continuing to alternate these flows, opening up through the shoulders, getting that synovial fluid in your shoulder sockets, moving around. Playing with this a little bit, whatever movements feel good, seeing your range of motion. Might be more than me, might be less than me. Doesn't matter. All that matters is the effort you're putting in for your practice. And one more round before finishing off, arms coming at a 90-degree angle, palms facing down. Inhaling, bringing your arms up for external rotation. Exhaling, fingers towards the ground for internal rotation. Continuing to breathe, alternating flows. Inhaling, arms coming up, fingers pointing towards the ceilings. Straight arms from elbow to elbow, almost like an iron rod is going between the shoulders, connecting your arms. Just rotating the humerus bones. Breathing in, fingertips pointed up. Breathing out, fingers towards the ground. We'll get 2 more rounds of this. Before finishing up, coming for our easy pose, hug and twist. Arms out wide, left arm to right shoulder, right arm to left shoulder underneath, left arm, rocking back and forth, showing yourself some love for this practice that you've given yourself. Continuing to rock back and forth. And we'll get one more cycle of breath here. Continuing to hug shoulders. And getting one more cycle of breath here before dropping down into our bridge pose. Be doing a little self-myofascial release. Coming to our bridge pose, hands to opposite shoulders, rocking left and right, putting pressure on any of the muscles in the upper back, the rhomboids, maybe the lats even. A little bit of those lower traps as well, rocking back and forth from right to left shoulder, knees over ankles, upper thighs engaged towards each other, hips, glutes strong, no tension or pain in the neck. As you rock back and forth, getting a little movement in the body. On your next breath in, coming up for reverse tabletop, Hands behind you, fingers pointing towards toes. As you inhale, lifting the hips up, ankles over knees, knees over ankles. We'll have shoulders over wrists. You can have your head up or down, whichever is most comfortable for you at this point in time. Trying to keep a 90-degree angle with your knees, strong through the glutes. And moving into a tabletop position. Take a few rounds of cat and cow before bringing your right hand to your head, breathing in, extending your right elbow up towards the sky in that general direction. Exhaling back to parallel. Inhaling, opening up, lifting that elbow, exhaling. Dropping it back to parallel. Left arm strong, left shoulder over left wrist. Trying to keep a flat spine, flat hips as you rotate up. Go ahead and drop down into cat pose before switching sides. Right arm underneath you, nice and strong. We'll take that left hand to the top of your head. Inhaling as you lift up, lifting left elbow up, exhaling, dropping it back to parallel. This might not be a large movement, maybe just a few inches, but that is absolutely perfect as long as you're getting some movement, nice little twist. Finish up 2 more rounds of this. And last round before dropping back down. Go ahead and lift that right leg. Bring it just behind your hand. Halfway point between your hand and knee. Right toes will be pointed out towards the right. Right arm coming up, pointing up. Nice little revolved tabletop pose, leg to side. Your left leg at a 90-degree angle. Left hip over left knee. It's definitely a movement you might not get very often. It's a wonderful one. Dropping our arms down so we can stay in this position, doing some cat-cow movement. Breathing out, arching the back. Breathing in, belly dropping, looking up. We'll go ahead back through center to switch sides. Left leg coming out to the side, outside your mat. Left toes pointing away. Have your left hand and arm up in the sky as you breathe in, lifting up. On your next exhale, dropping down into cat pose. Legs stay where they are, hand coming down, pushing through the ground, arching the back, looking towards the navel. Inhaling the reverse, dropping the belly, opening through the collarbones, looking up. Exhaling back. Go 2 more rounds of this cat-cow variation before coming back to our toe squats. We will end here as opposed to the traditional corpse pose Shavasana. Vajrasana variation on toes. Stay squatted on your toes. Last pose of the practice. Finish strong. You've done amazing thus far. Let's finish strong as well. Finding balance and peace here. Especially if you're not used to it. But you're doing amazing. You are almost there. Get 2 more cycles of breath here. And for your last cycle of breath, coming down, Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Hopefully your upper body, your shoulders, neck, chest feels a lot more open. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, until next time, namaste.